Today's topic for current affairs discussion in international relations is Quad. The topic Quad has been in use for multiple purposes over the last few years. Now let's try to understand what is Quad, which countries are part of this grouping, and what are the challenges this grouping is facing, and what can we do to address these challenges. The Quad grouping comprises of 4 countries: USA, Japan, Australia and India. These 4 countries comprise of Quad. So, USA, Japan, Australia, India. So, these 4 countries GDP contributes to around 27.5% of world's GDP. This is the economic power of these 4 countries in this grouping. Now, how did this idea of Quad emerge? Quad, also known as Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, is an informal strategic forum. It is informal, it is not a formal one. It doesn't have any convention or agreement which establishes it. It's an informal forum consisting of 4 countries: USA, Japan, India and Australia. The idea was first given in the year 2007 in ASEAN summit by Japanese Prime Minister, the then Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Gained renewed momentum in recent years. Back then, after 2007, this idea has taken backseat for multiple reasons and has renewed the momentum in very recent years as a response to the growing influence of China in the Indo-Pacific region. It aims to promote regional stability, maritime security and economic cooperation among its members. So, yes, the combined GDP of the Quad member countries is more than $31 trillion. It's enormous, right? As we have seen, these 4 countries contribute to around 27.5% of world's GDP. So, now, we know India is a member of Quad grouping. Now, what are the opportunities India as a country has being a part of this grouping? First is enhanced security cooperation. It provides India with a platform to strengthen its defense ties with like-minded countries. If you observe, all the 4 countries in this grouping are like-minded countries, all are democracies. So, you can strengthen the security cooperation, increased military collaboration, joint exercises, intelligence sharing, which can enhance India's security capabilities. Malabar exercise, as you all know, these countries are part of Malabar exercise and also helps in economic growth and investment. Quad countries have been a significant source of FDIs to India and promote economic growth. The member countries have combined GDP over $31 trillion and increased economic cooperation can lead to trade diversification, technology transfers and infrastructure development. Now, the other thing, countering China's influence. Like we all know, there is increasing assertiveness of China in the Indo-Pacific region. So, as these countries like Japan, India, Australia, USA are part of this grouping, we can actually secure the region of Indo-Pacific from Chinese influence. Counterbalance to China's assertiveness, aligning with Quad, India can contribute to a collective effort aimed at maintaining free and open Indo-Pacific region. This is one of the basic motives of this grouping, that is to have free and open Indo-Pacific region. Next is, it gives us access to advanced technology because the other 3 countries are technologically advanced when compared to India. Quad members are technologically advanced nations and India can benefit from access to cutting edge technologies in area of defense, cyber security, space exploration and renewable energy. And also we can focus on R&D. Now, we have seen what India can harness by being a member of Quad. Now let's see what are the issues associated with it. First thing, China's opposition. As already mentioned, this grouping is not a formal grouping, it's an informal grouping. However, China keeps saying that it is another version of NATO. You all know NATO is a military alliance. So China keeps claiming that this is US is another version of NATO, Quad is another NATO. However, India has made it categorically clear that we are not a part of military alliance and Quad is not a military alliance. So firstly, China's opposition. It sees Quad as a containment strategy and has expressed strong opposition to its existence. It perceives that the group as a challenge to the regional dominance and has raised concerns about its intention, leading to potential diplomatic tensions and geopolitical rivalry. So this is the first issue, that is China is opposing. Second, differing priorities among Quad members. Countries like Japan and Australia have significant trade relations with China. So the motive of counterbalancing China becomes difficult here. So differing priorities among Quad members, has own set of priorities which can sometimes hinder the cohesive functioning of the group. Balancing the diverse trade interests of the member countries, addressing conflicting viewpoints can be challenging. So this is the second issue. Third issue is ensuring inclusivity and regional cooperation. Currently, this is a grouping of 4 countries. We need to work on increasing the membership of the number of countries by bringing like-minded countries on board, thereby increasing and giving more weightage to the objective, that is ensuring free and open Indo-Pacific. Engaging with other regional countries, avoid the perception of exclusivity and aim to build partnership with other nations including ASEAN countries. These are very important because Indo-Pacific strategy is where it is very important to include ASEAN countries in Indo-Pacific strategy. So next, what is the way forward? We have seen that China is opposing it and there is limited membership and also differing priorities, and also the other important challenge is this Quad is significantly maritime based approach. This is not very significantly, or this does not have a robust land based approach. It is mostly confined to maritime based approach, that is protecting Indo-Pacific region. Now, what is the way forward? Strengthening economic ties should focus on enhancing economic cooperation by facilitating trade and investment, promoting supply chain resilience, jointly supporting infrastructure projects in Indo-Pacific region. All the countries should work in this direction. And regular dialogues and consultations. Frequent dialogues, consultations among Quad members is crucial to strengthen coordination. Regular summits and working group meetings should be conducted. And expanding Quad framework, like we have discussed already, should not confine ourselves to only 4 countries. We need to expand the framework. Other like-minded countries share vision of free and open Indo-Pacific. So it can help us create a broad coalition to address regional security issues and promote collective prosperity, and focus on non-traditional security challenges. Primarily we focus on traditional security concerns. So we also need to prioritize non-traditional security challenges such as climate change, cyber security, public health crisis. So collaborative efforts in these areas will be essential for long-term stability and resilience of the region. So this is about countries in Quad, objectives of Quad, how can India harness the potential of Quad, what are the issues faced by Quad, and what is the way forward. Thank you.